Hello and welcome to a new episode of Mostly Engineering and another part of our Enigma build series. Now, the original plan for this episode was to manufacture the sleeves, but unfortunately I didn't really find the time to do so, so all I managed to do is this, and you see it's remarkably little. So this part of the project has to wait for another time, and this is something that is probably going to happen more often because my normal job and manufacturing parts for the Enigma, making videos about it, is probably not sustainable to do every single week. So videos will maybe come every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, depending on how busy my normal life keeps me. But on the other hand, I managed to do the CNC parts, or at least some of them, and the 3D printed parts, so let's take a closer look on them. So here we have our CNC machine parts, and I have to say they came out really nicely. So no issues here, they're ready for the machine. Unfortunately, with our 3D printed parts, the story looks a little bit different. So here we see the first try of our central column, and as you see, it came out a little bit wonky, but actually that's a relatively easy fix, just adjusting the print orientation and the support settings, and voila, you get a perfectly straight part out of it. And as you see, the details in the parts are really nicely. But this black 3D printing resin I used has some issues we need to address. The first one is the form stability of the material. Here we have our lower pin plate and the upper pin plate, and when I printed them, they came out perfectly straight. Now just a few days later, they are slightly domed, and you can see this probably in the wobble of the parts over here. Not good. The second issue, and this is also really common with black resins, is that the material is slightly transparent. If you knew a black 3D printing resin that is actually opaque, please let me know. And you may be able to see the transparency here where the material is thin, or also you may be able to spot the holes through the numbers, and it comes really apparent if I put the flashlight behind it, that you can see through the material. This would probably be an easy fix with just a coat of paint, but a coat of paint kind of negates the reasoning behind using a black resin in the first place, because the standard gray ones are a lot cheaper than this. And now we have some of the really big issues. And the first one is that when we touch the part, they feel slightly soft to the touch, like a little bit like a rubberized texture, like the ones you find on equipment that's meant to be gripped while wet. And real Bakelite doesn't feel like it. So that's an issue. And the other issue is that the material is actually too brittle. So as you can see here, we have the sleeve holders, and one already broke off by just test fitting the fingering. And yeah, again, this is not good. So in the next iteration, I will go back to my standard ABS-like resin. It's gray, but we have to paint the parts anyway. And this resin is a lot more stable and it feels right. And also we will probably put a little bit more meat behind the sleeve holders just to go show. So that's it basically for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, comments, just let me know down below. And do the usual YouTube things like subscribe, push the notification bell, especially as videos now may come a little bit more irregularly. But all that's left to say now is thanks for watching, and see you at the next time. Bye bye.